You are stepping out of Hero's Rest, the sun hitting your eyes as the morning comes through. You can hear in the distance the subtle sounds of people playing guitars and still having a blast. The festival has ended. You can see trash hanging all about the city, but people are still partying like there's no tomorrow.
First order of business, find who I need to speak to. Usadon, I'm not even going to try and track him down yet. Since I posted the quest in Hero's Rest, is there any response to that?
You do have a... actually, here, let me get him. The beautiful baby boy. Where is he? Hero Rest staff. Here he is. Yeah, Postman Pat.
Oh, hello, buddy. We got this letter for you. Apparently, someone took your quest.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. It's apparently the Green Caps. It's a small little adventuring band. They said that they're about to head into town today, so, I don't think they want to drag a corpse into the city, so you might want to go talk to them. Any hoodles, I got mail to deliver. Hello, sir, you got mail. Hello, you got mail. You got mail.
And you now have heard that there is supposedly some adventuring group coming back called the Green Caps. That seemed to have answered your request for a corpse.
I guess I'll head to the bloody exit.
There you go. And woo! Over the walls, through the casino. Over another wall and out the gate. As you walk by, you can see Usadon in a heated debate with Fonter, as Fonter is just quietly hammering away at some sort of project, and you can see Usadon talking with his hands very loudly. You can't hear what he's saying, but like his hands are just so loud. Flinging all over the place.
I look to him, shout to get his attention, and I just point it at him, and then I point to where he's standing, and then I point to him again, and then I walk off.
He looks down at his feet, starts to inspect the ground very specifically, takes a magnifying glass. I don't know what it is, but I'll find out! Give me your secrets, Pebble.
I can do sit down. I head to the Green Caps up.
All right. As you approach, you can see what appears to be a rather normal-looking bloke in all green, with a very pencil-on mustache, with a rather large man with a giant belly pulling a manticore corpse without a head by a string. And I don't mean like on a trolley. He's just dragging the corpse. So there's just blood going all the way down the street.
Beautiful. I hope you haven't damaged the remains too much whilst dragging it here.
I didn't think a corpse mattered how it looks, so, you know, if you wanted a wagon, you have to put that in the contract. I just have Fat Joe here. He pulls things. That's what his job is.
Hey, Fat Joe. Yeah, I'd probably recommend buying a cart for yourself, you know, and then just have Fat Joe pull that. You'll probably get a lot more requests.
You know, like a man that has no emotion on his face? He's just staring at you like, I don't have a cart. I don't want a cart.
Okay. So, as agreed upon, the delivery is in here. I'll quickly sign the contract just to say it's been complete.
Oh yeah, thank you.
I walk up to the corpse and I cast Shrink Item on it.
And you watch as the corpse begins to shrink down to a more manageable size. Oh, that would have been easier. We don't do magic, Joe. Oh. But you can go pick up the... It's now probably the size of a dead cat.
Yeah, I get it, and I pick it up.
Do you cradle it? How do you pick it up?
By the tail.
Just how I was born. Payment and we'll be good to go.
Yep, everything's hunky-dory.
If you inspect the manticore, you can see the only thing it seems to be lacking is its ass is completely sandpapered, gone. Only the ass seems to be affected by dragging. Everything else seems to be... Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Oh, God.
The silence, I thought the joke didn't hit, but apparently...
No, it's recovery from the joke, right?
No. The manticore corpse is mangled beyond belief. Like, most of its innards look like hamburger meat. Which now is probably pretty weird because now it's like micro hamburger meat. I don't even know how that would look. We're gonna avoid that conversation of shrinking down hamburger meat.
I'll just get Kane to restore it.
Yeah, so you now have a little baby manticore with you.
I just pick it up and by the tail and just try and place it in the bag, and it's just swinging.
So it's like one of those, it's a pendulum. You're like, like when you're trying to put like a rope into like a bag and it's like, fuck off, fuck. Except this time it's a baby manticore body. But yeah, no, you eventually get it in your bag.
Hey, I'll just quickly add that as an item.
Oh yeah, definitely go ahead. Let me know when it's in your inventory, because I can do something with that will probably make you giggle your little ass off.
I'm gonna go back to Ustan whilst you're doing that.
As you approach Usadon, he is still inspecting that pebble that seemed to be at his feet intently.
Hey, what are you looking at?
Oh, the thing you pointed out to me. This pebble, it's oddly shaped and contorted.
You can investigate that to your heart's content then. But before that, I've got some important business with you.
Oh, yes, sure. He throws the pebble behind his head. What do you need?
By any chance, because of your old position in the Mage's Embassy, you've come across plenty of wizards and sorcerers and all that nonsense before, right?
Oh, plenty, yes.
Would you be able to get me in contact with, let's say, 3 young aspiring mages, all with the ability to create portals or gates for teleportation, in the mortal realm? Don't have to go any more advanced. Who are in dire need of funding for researches, experiments, or their academic projects, schooling, or whatever.
I don't have any contacts currently in the Mages Guild, since, bastards. But, what I could do is I could go to some of my old, students isn't the right word, but people I said hi to. I could go talk to the people that I know are no longer in the Mages Guild. See if there's anybody hurting for cash.
Right. The purpose, I'm gonna say to you, strictly confidential. You leak any of this information, let's just say you'll lose your hat.
He clutches it dearly. Okay.
I'm going to start a branch from the Family Manscore Slayers Incorporated, for the sole purpose of delivering goods and escorting services.
You can see him genuinely for a moment while you were talking about expanding the family of Manticore Slayers to a new branch. You could see sparkles in his eyes, like a diamond's, like he's so enraptured. And then you said transportation. He's just like sour face goes, oh, fine. Yes, yes. That makes sense. Oh, I just thought it was my time.
With that, you can help manage this. You could be the branch manager.
All right.
For this.
I will agree to this with one stipulation.
I look at him very perplexed and concerned.
You get into the canned food business. There's a lot of third parties out there selling under your name. We need a main brand. People know it's actually from the family of Manticore Slayers. People will pay top dollar to know that they're eating the gruel of champions.
I think that's more Kane's department.
Oh, yes, I'll talk to him. He doesn't seem to much care for me.
True.
I don't know. Maybe it's... Oh, I don't know.
you've probably proven yourself as a powerful mage. It's mainly your personality he has conflicts with.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, I bet. Um, so whilst you're speaking to uh the mages we're going to recruit and hire,
Mhm.
see if there's any businesses that you can approach as well that need delivering, whether it's um production or just manage materials,
Hmm. You know
and we
what?
can start off with it.
You know what? I'll go talk to Kababas. I'm not sure what we're doing in the next couple days, but I'm fairly certain I'm staying here, and Kababas is probably heading off to go not be killed by his wife. Well, ex-wife.
Yeah. Well, they haven't officially divorced. They need to go through the divorce settlements and sign papers, which
It's just hard to come back from cutting your ring finger off. It's a hard bridge to cross. But hopefully things work out for him. But I can talk to him and he can start going on the ground. We've actually rekindled our friendship, so we'll probably be in touch. So I'll let you
that's
know.
good to hear.
Yeah.
You two are my favorite people I've encountered
Oh, he's blushing. Oh,
in this city.
oh, well, thank you so much. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Your thing? Holy shit! Why is it? My perception is high as fuck.
Okay, that's weird.
I haven't got any buffs on.
50.
Carry on.
Nice. All right. Well, 17. You notice that as you say that, and you can see Usadon blushing, you can notice a change in what's the right word? Rhythm in Fonter's hammering. Just a slight change in his rhythm.
Okay. I'm just gonna do a quick sense motive because I know what's happening, but
Azura needs to know if he. You feel for a split second that maybe, while what you were saying was truthful, it was hurtful, but not to Fonter. Fonter doesn't need you to like him, but Fonter knew that you were close to somebody else and somebody he misses, and doesn't feel right hearing you say that. Is what you can tell. Basically, what you're noticing is his hammering. The second you said it, it paused, and when he went back to hammering, it was harder.
but Usadon saved my life. Same with Kababas.
People.
And they saved Farticus as well. I actually have Farticus because of them.
He's my baby boy.
He is my baby boy.
You can't get mad at me loving my the two mothers of my child.
Two mothers?
Well, I mean, you have them because of him, right? Right? It's
Yeah.
surrogate-y kind of way. I always felt myself as the surrogate mother of Farticus. Look at him.
That just because of everything to Farticus, that just makes way too much sense.
It does. I mean, honestly, if you look at it, he's purple like Usadon too. I didn't even realize.
Yeah. Oh god. Fuck me. Alright, I'll say my farewells to Usadon as he heads to do my request. And then I speak to the blacksmith, which I always forget his name.
Fonter.
Fonter.
Mm-hmm.
So now that you're free, alive and well, and obviously hard at work. Do you remember the request I made way before this entire shit show?
Where you wanted me to look into creating something large, correct?
Yeah, a mechanical beast of sort.
Well, I have, and he looks in and he goes, I've worked on it when I had the time. He lifts up a small little crate with some scrolls in it. I had some ideas, but the cinch pin is we need a expeditious retreat to have any of them work. They all center around using its magic to have the thing hold its shape. You can do a knowledge arcana check.
Good thing.
With a 31, you know an expeditious retreat is, it's kind of like a TARDIS, where it's bigger on the inside. Exterior is whatever you basically want it to be. But when you go inside, it can be like a castle. It can be like, it can be as big of an inside as as strong as the magic is. But what he's saying, yeah, so like it'd be easiest to create something like this by actually not having a massive thing, but having a big thing that you can then enter, and it's huge. That's probably your best bet, as well as giving magical protection.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out the book that I did when I first came to the city, which was the research into the phenomenon of Hero's Rest.
You would know that essentially, basically, I'll just say it like this. Your research into Hero's Rest, nothing emphasizes that's an expeditious retreat, but you're just kind of getting that feeling, right? Because you go into it, it's not that big of a building, but it's massive on the inside. Like the little map I have for you guys is not the actual scale of it. Because there's endless rooms. You can basically go on forever. That's why that whole sex dungeon holodeck thing exists.
And there's a stables with fucking pens.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just this tiny little spot on the map. So you're getting some hints that maybe Hero's Rest could be that cinch pin.
And then I basically explained to him my feelings on the place, the peculiar magic energy that I originally found, and that I also pretty sure I spoke to Usadon about it.
Oh yes.
I can't remember what he said.
Basically, what I've told you before is that the Hero's Rest, it's one of the most ancient things actually on Crothdu. Funnily enough, all of the histories reference. Basically, if you've ever been in this spot, it references it being in that spot. So I'm a little hesitant of thinking it's an expeditious retreat, since it's always been permanent. But there's been stories of there being some sort of crystal deep inside of it, powering it. It's very much a mystery for the ages. But honestly, it's a mystery I'd be willing to look into with you.
Yeah, sure. My eyes just like bright up with the chance to investigate a magical phenomenon.
Yeah, yes. Essentially, actually, if you go ahead and give me a knowledge history, because this is not accessing your arcane knowledge. This is accessing your innate your mind of looking in your past.
Yeah.
With an 18, you've definitely been in this region through multiple of your lives, considering that your people's homeland is literally just 100
northwest.
Northwest. It's not very far from here. This is probably one of the most common places you go to first, and you're thinking and going is there a time where I was alive where there wasn't Hero's Rest? and with an 18, you vaguely remember a life where it wasn't there for like one blip, like one little like the previous life, it was there. The life after, it was there, but there was a life like thousands of years ago where it wasn't. But that's how ancient we're talking, is that like in the grand scheme of things, like maybe it was not here for 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
But that gives you a sense that if it wasn't there, where'd it go?
Okay. All right. Well, we can do some research on that. And also, I have this, and I pull out the Manticore corpse by the tail.
Oh, well, I thought by the head it was going to be bigger.
Oh, 1 second. And I like kind of throw it up and I just stand back.
As whoop, the giant manticore corpse flings out. Oh shit! All right. Okay. Now see, that's to scale. That's what I expected.
Yeah. So my thoughts were, obviously we need some sort of structure for this mechanical beast, and I thought giving the name of this party and corporation, I guess, what better thing would be the manticore that they slayed themselves?
You know, that's a brilliant idea. I'll be honest.
Yeah. So we can skin all the meat and flesh off. Maybe use that as food for the city, since there's probably got to be a lot of starving and homeless people currently.
Yep. That's definitely accurate.
Then the heart and bone marrow I'll personally take for some experiments.
Okay.
And then with the hollow bones, we can fill them in with metal. Kind of like mold forging.
Okay. Yeah.
To strengthen it up, and then we can proceed with the manticore.
Using the manticore body to basically shroud it.
Yeah, I had a name for it. I can't remember what.
It was. I think it had some sort of pun to do with core. That's all I remember.
Yeah. I'll have to try and find it. Yeah. And then I have extensive knowledge on engineering. So I'll come up with the blueprints. You can craft the cogs, gears, the plating, anything that we may need.
Okay.
We have quite a sizable budget in the Family Manticore Slayer funding, which I'll ask the others whether we can use it for this contraption.
All right.
And so that's money, materials. With this whole new delivery system that I'm working on, we can get them through that.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. Kababis, or not Kababis, Yusan taps his forehead. So you want me to set up Amazon so that way you can get first day shipping for all this shit you're going to be ordering. I get it.
Amazon?
Yeah, there's an
set
Amazon
up a forest?
Well, yeah, the Amazon. This is actually really hard to come up with something that isn't in our world.
The indigenous trading route where they sprint at breakneck paces.
Yes. It's trying to compete with the mailmen. Which, mind you, I should point out to you, your plan does put you up against the mailmen, which.
Oh, see, my services is going to not be delivering for mail and stuff like that. It is an industrial-sized cargo shipping.
You don't see what those mailmen are capable of.
They can carry an entire city's worth of weapons, armor, food, all on their backs.
We then cut to David Letterman taking on an entire orcish horde on his own, back in Knife's Ridge, all the way in the second campaign. Don't you be fucking narking on these mailmen. But no, that would probably be particularly difficult for them to accomplish. I see your point.
Yeah. So with the crates of many things, we just ship that to point A to point B, and maybe have the mages cast a invisibility spell so nobody can see the trade secret.
Right. I will give you the warning of to create a crate of holding as big as you want. We would need a very powerful wizard. But I'll see. I know some very specialized wizards. I'll see what I can do. I am They call me the. He looks sad for a second. They call me the Freak Master. So I'll see what I can do.
Hey, a freak, well, being considered a freak in the industry of magic, I see that as nothing more than a compliment for those who can achieve things which none would ever dream.
Exactly. Have you ever thought a giant kebab would go through a kaiju's head? I didn't.
Sorry, what?
Oh, you weren't there. Shit was wild.
Okay.
Yeah. Any hoodles?
Anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're
I kind of just look around to see if Kebabus is there, just as a mention of a kebab, but all clear.
Yeah, there's no. You can see maybe if you give me a perception check, maybe you can hear the sounds of a man's sandals going on some cobblestones. Oh yeah, definitely you can hear it. You know that cadence. Kebab is walking, and then kebab is getting kebabs. It's two very distinct sounds. But there's a man looking for some kebabs heading your way.
Do you by chance have that pebble we talked about earlier?
You can
Could
see
you quickly get it?
his eyes widen. He goes, "Yes, 1 second." And he just starts picking through the mud. This one, no. This one, no. Yes. It's this one. Yes.
I'm gonna cast predigitation. Fuck me. On the pebble to make it look like a kebab.
You devish motherfucker. You found out how I give him his medicine.
Oh. Great minds think.
Exactly. I don't know what is this. Wait, is he gonna be all right if he eats this? Is this all right?
Maybe he'll treat it like a gobstopper.
I've never seen him suck on a kebab, to be honest, but you know what?
Hey, I'll make it look the most greasiest kebab ever, so he'll want to suck up all the juices. I jump back.
You can just see it. Like a snake. So he's jaw on inches.
Oh god.
I love when you feed me those types of kebabs you hold in your hand like that. Yes.
Okay. Whilst you're both here, conveniently, and very unplanned, I have something that may require a little bit of assistance with, just to pick at your brains for your knowledge. That's all.
Sure. Go right ahead, young man.
I procured this skull, which, having more eyes on would probably be helpful. And I pull out the dragon skull. It's also miniaturized.
Oh, what is this? A baby dragon skull? Usadon says, looking up at it.
Would you like me to throw it up in the air, or?
Oh, no. All right, I've seen your tricks.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. I'll roll. What would you want me to roll? You know what? I'm gonna roll a knowledge nature check on this skull.
Yeah, I'll do it as well. But obviously, I don't know much on this peculiar. I'll. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, we stood on for the win.
Where did you get this?
I found it in the first king's tomb.
I thought I recognized that crown.
Oh yeah, I found that too. It cost me a few fingers at the time.
you raise your hands up. There's one side has no fingers. Yes, this is the skull of the dragon of the first king. The royal family of the Silver Kingdom was known for keeping dragons as pets. And this was his favorite. Is the pet he's had since childhood. I hope that you didn't desecrate the tomb of the first king, because he was not a horrible individual.
Oh, technically, the tomb desecrated itself.
Oh. Okay, well, I have a question. And he leans in real close to you. Do you think a spirit of the king would think you desecrated his corpse?
The dragon's corpse or the king's corpse?
His tomb. Let me be as generic as possible, because I'm gonna repeat something back to you. Okay, you tell me if I go too far. You went into the tomb of what is a known powerful person from the past, with a huge reach and a huge legend about him. You then walk into his tomb, I'm assuming laden with traps.
Yes.
And then you go into his room, his tomb. You steal his beloved dragon skull. You, I assume, desecrate his tomb. And then you plunder it.
I never desecrated the tomb. I saw a chest then opened it.
What's a check that I can have you do to remember something that you saw? I guess roll a history check, I guess.
History?
Yeah, this is the closest. This is you recollecting. You think everything's fine. Like, sure, you took this stuff. You pause for a second. Then you remember that specific moment of Hulk going, and then the Attica pisses all over the tomb. Pisses everywhere. Piss all over everything. And then you remember, and then you have a flashback moment of like, it's that so Raven. And you look back and I'm like, no, of course we didn't.
I didn't desecrate the tomb at all. And I personally vouch for that. I went in. I may have took the dragon's skull, but that's for research purposes, and maybe we could resurrect his beloved dragon. Because obviously you wouldn't want your favorite companion to just be in the eternal nothing, which I presume is death. I'm not sure.
It is quite the mystery.
You know. Well, yeah, I guess not for those who die.
Well,
or can die. Or faded.
He nudged you on the elbow. Isn't it nice? Any hoodles. Yeah. I would just be careful. I hope his spirit has crossed over, but he was a man of wild ambition, so I'd just be careful that the things he gave you, or the things you took from his tomb, aren't cursed, or what's the right word? That they aren't tainted in some way. You know, you never know.
Don't worry about that. It's Hulk's wearing it on his head, so
Oh, he's immune to anything. He's good.
yeah. No matter what's on there, what madness that could drive, he'll probably just sap it. And
He'll just drive the ghost crazy.
as he's done to us all.
I feel it.
Yeah. So about this dragon, what kind of dragon was it? Like, what was the history, the lore?
Well, this is a silver dragon. You can tell from, and he just starts pointing to like ridges on the skull, and he goes, "You can tell from here and here." Like he's trying to teach you. Like you're going to be inspecting dragon skulls on the regular.
Oh, I'm full on interested.
I know, Azur. So like, yep. Staring deep down. He's getting into that nitty gritty and going like, "You see him? This little circle here means it was a dude." He looks at you in a way that you're like confused about what it means. Like he raises his eyebrows and shakes his head at you like it's a dude. Anywho.
Oh, so it wasn't a female dragon.
No, he wasn't fucking this one.
No, he was fucking. He wasn't being fucked. That's how it works.
Wait. No.
Wait, what have you been doing?
Look. All right. Well, anyway, let's look at this dragon skull.
Yeah. I did have a slight suspicion I could maybe resurrect it and then, or restore the corpse and then see if it had an egg and raise myself. But hey, I guess that's out of the equation.
Well, actually, and he starts to take out a small little scroll. I have heard news of a dragon egg being discovered. It's out in the Quill Desert. I don't know if you're heading out that way, and he hands you a note. Might be worth a look.
Yeah, I'm gonna quickly write that into my notes because you never pass up on a dragon egg. Dragon egg, Quills, yeah, one R, one S, whatever.
Whatever. Yes, there. It's Quill's Desert or Dessert is a fantastic restaurant. It's right around the corner. Makes the best sundaes. Always sand in it though. There's always sand. I don't like sand. It's coarse. It gets everywhere.
Yeah.
Including my fucking fudge. Anywho.
Huh?
What?
Anywho. Nope, let's just keep going. Yeah, so the dragon.
Yeah. The dragon, the skull. Maybe you can see that there's, and he points to a line on the skull. It looks like somehow someone seems to have scarred its eye on the right side. You can see here, and you can see like the brow has like chips and like a clear defined like crack and line through it at the top of the brow and also at the bottom. Which makes me wonder, who the hell cut a dragon's eye out?
Oh. Who?
Yeah.
A
king's dragon.
Yeah, from the legends, do you know if the king passed away first or the dragon?
The king and the king, it was ceremonial in this time. You might find it a bit barbaric, but when a king died, they laid his dragon down with him.
Okay.
Rather cruel business, considering dragons are hundreds of thousands, maybe even thousands of years old, but sure, let's cut their life short just because some fat fuck died. Whatever. You know.
Yeah, well, I guess the dragon wouldn't have lived without him, raising it from an egg and all.
Oh, sure, I guess it was like a parent or whatever. Fine. You have a sweet love story between these two.
But that means whoever took the eye was strong enough to face the king and live. Or
Well,
presumably,
hopefully. Well, I mean, maybe not hopefully. I don't know how good of a die he is, but presumably, yeah. Somebody would have to have at least been strong enough to stand up to the king and then face the dragon.
Okay, let's hope we never face them.
That would be really fucked. Huh.
You know some. Wait, I'm sensing motive on that crap. 19.
Mm-hmm. Like the worst liar you've ever seen. He starts pulling his collar. I don't know what you're talking about. I know nothing more than that. There's nothing more I know.
I place the dragon skull on his head and I say, "Oof, that one. Tell me, or I guess the skull will end up having to crush you."
Oh, what? I thought we were friends, bud.
Yeah, but if you have information and you're purposely concealing,
don't tell the
information.
sad boy, all right? He'll see it as a challenge. Don't tell the sad boy.
The sad boy?
You know, the one that cries about his father or some shit. That's all I heard. That's all I know.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Kenji.
Yes. They're...
Wait. You saying it was Kenji's father?
Oh, no. This king lived at least 700 years ago. Actually, probably very long ago. I don't have my notes in front of me of when the Silver Kingdom started, but it was a long time ago. I swear. There is somebody on Crothdew that Kenji would be very eager to go see, and I think that's a bad idea.
Why is that?
It's the world's strongest swordman.
Huh.
He's been known... Do you know the... I should know the name of my own goddamn places. But I only know it as the nickname me and Wario call it. It's called the Purple Banana. Give me a second while I get its actual name. On the map, it looks like a purple banana. That's why it's called Purple Banana. Koidam.
Okay, I see why you can't remember that now.
Yeah, Koidam. It's quite dumb. But Koidam. Do you know it is a once island that has been broken up into 4 sections? That island was destroyed when the swordsman was in combat with their swordsman. The destruction of a small continent was what happened when they got into a conflict. Kenji will hear he's the world's strongest swordsman, and then just try to learn from him. But he's not the type of guy you go seek out. He's the type of guy, when he shows up, you're lucky to find out a couple countries over what happened. Because nobody survives.
Hey. The Koidam region.
Yes.
Which one is that?
If you go on the big Crothdew map, it's in the bottom right corner.
Yeah, I see it. I mean, like, was that Kenji's?
No, that wasn't Kenji's. That's actually, technically, it's a out of character. That is a, like, Spanish... it's a very weird island, to be honest. It has a lot of really weird lore, but some of my favorite. Basically, it's a mix of, like, Conquistador Spain with, like, some Japanese elements, but also it's like the most complicated politically, because it's both like Conquistador swordsmen, some Japanese elements, and then also it's a very magical society. It's kind of a mix of Spanish conquistadors and if Voldemort won. Okay, that's the best way to put it. It's both of those at the same time.
Okay, so I'm guessing because when the region was split,
Yeah.
they all kind of went their own separate ways.
Yeah, exactly. So like you have some that are much more focused, like the tiny little island of Valgus is where the conquistador that faced the greatest swordsman still lives. They had a conflict, they cut a continent into pieces, and neither died.
Who won? Or was it just considered a draw for the sake of the world?
It's honestly, it's one of those things of if Heroes Rest is like a level 2 tier mystery, what the fuck happened at Valgus is like considered one of the biggest mysteries on the planet. Because no one even knows why he went there, no one knows why he faced him, no one knows why they fought, and no one knows why they went their separate ways.
I know what I'm gonna do with Oni now.
So you talk to Euston, you get all this information.
Yes.
You guys probably discuss a bit more. He probably fills you in. The last little bit of detail he'd tell you about the skull is that the skull is very indicative of a rather older dragon, like a not like ancient, but like it got up there.
Elder?
It's hard to tell, especially with it being so shrunk. I don't actually know what proper size it is, but going off the age wrinklings here, it gives me that idea.
Well, the dispel reduces the size by so and so amount.
Yeah. He's just guesstimating. It's also very hard in general because dragons do have different sizes no matter what. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
he's gauging. He's like, it's probably a few hundred years old by the looks of it.
Okay. So mid tier, got it.
Mid tier. You know, never know. Might be useful.
Yeah. If what you say about a Ravenous king spirit happens to turn up, I'll make sure I treat this skull with the utmost respect.
I would say that's your best bet. But no, yes, I think that's a great idea. He hands you back the skull and he goes, I think I'll take Kababas here to go get checked out. Why? No reason.
Wait, was it medicine? You're a son of a bitch! You know that? Stop giving me medicine as kebabs.
No, it's for your own good.
Alright, another thing I want to do is get ingredients for a potion, but I would maybe have to go and find that dodgy potion dealer that I found before, and as you said, all the stores are closed, so that'll be for another time.
Yeah, we could do that. You could also, I know you said something about experimenting on Farticus. You could probably get some reagents from the Manticore.
Yeah, the bone marrow and heart.
Okay, perfect.
Because I really want to turn him into a little mini Manticore. And then it'll just be the team's little mascot.
Go team!
That...
Go team! Go team!
The little twos and fruiting mascot.
You can see Farticus actually like nuzzling at the heart, like.
What is that?
I forgot he communicates through farts, so give me.
Yeah. Oh wait. For one of my languages, I'm literally just gonna add a special one. Articulate.
I'm sorry. It made me immediately realize that because his name is Farticus, that means he's kind of speaking like Latin farts. So does that mean like you can start speaking pig Latin? You can start speaking pig farts at him?
Pig farculate.
Farculate. Pig
There we go. How about that?
Good shit. What do you do? Oh my god, that's what the dude from SpongeBob says. He speaks in big fartling. We're going to fart noises. Inserted. Holy shit. All right. I know what I'm making a meme out of.
God damn it.